Got a little bit of a stormy morning this morning. Kind of pretty. Kind of pretty. Nice sunrise coming up over there. Red in the morning, sailors take warning, or red in the morning, prospectors take warning. I'm hoping not to get poured down here. I'm out of San Domingo this morning in one of my favorite little areas. We've got, can't really see much. I'm just kind of showing you the sky, but you can kind of see the quartz on the ground here. Yeah, a lot of quartz on the ground. I can hear thunder. I'm thinking might get a little rain. Hope not. I really hope not. Oh, what a beautiful sunrise. I got the gold monster again today. I was going to come out with the GP 3500 today, but because of the rain and stuff, I don't want to drive back any farther than here, for the simple fact that I may not get out. I don't know how much rain's coming, and hope covering up the speaker a little bit's helping with the wind. It's pretty windy out here right now. So I'm going to bop around and enjoy the weather. It's actually nice and cool right now. It was hot when I left the house, but man, it's cooled off nicely. And I'm going to show you this great sunrise one more time. And I'm going to start hunting. Hey, that's pretty darn nice, eh? All right, time to go find a nugget before I get rained out. We're hunting old tailings piles once again. You can see one here. And we're actually up on a hillside here. Okay, and what I'm doing today is I'm using this little 5-inch coil. And we're running in auto 1. Got the volume down a little bit. Deep. And we're getting up under the bushes and stuff where other people normally don't hunt. And that's an animal dig there. The little rats that live in that, under that bush there, have dug all that dirt up over the years, and they throw out little bitty nuggets every now and then, sometimes some big ones. But it's a cool area. We're gonna hunt down this hillside. It's real noisy here. All right, we got a lot of hot rocks here. And you can watch this. Okay, sometimes this would freak somebody out if they didn't know how to work this machine. I'm going to balance it now. Give it a pretty good sampling of the ground. Okay, and now I can identify these hot rocks as I go over them. Get them out of the way. There's just nothing you're going to be able to do about the hot rocks here. They're here. But they're almost always on the surface. I've ID'd it. It's that one there. And I just simply move along, give myself another couple quick pumps and move along trying to work in between this. But if you want to keep this machine balanced, or any machine in here, just listen. Now see, you can see the black ones. Just about every one of those is hot or cold. Either way, you can call it hot or cold, whatever you want to call it. It's just simply not the same mineralization as the matrix that we're balanced to. Okay, I get it balanced again. As long as I move slow here, this little sweetheart will purr right along. But boy, if I pick up my speed or don't keep it in balance, it's all over the place in here. Here comes the wind. I might get rained out today for a while. But we're going to hunt while we can. I'm pretty close to the truck, just in case. All right. Every now and then I give it another quick sampling and move along. It's a hot rock. Ground balance those little chirpers out most times. This thing will not totally ground balance out a target. Even a small nugget, if you try to ground balance it out, it'll get real close to getting it done. But as soon as you move the coil away from the target and go back over it, it's there again. And it's probably too windy right now, so I'm going to shut down and go back to hunting. Hope I don't get rained out. I'm not real sure if that's rain or dust. Boy, it's windy. And it's starting to cover the mountains, so they're getting hard to see through the haze. Hopefully it's just dust. I've hightailed it back here to the truck. I'm pretty close to the truck. I'll put it around right here in case it starts pouring down rain. I don't want to get stuck back here and not be able to get back through the washes. So, a little common sense goes a long way. And there's what it is, my friends. It's still beautiful out here, nice and cool. And boy, that's getting close fast. So, without further ado, I'm going to wait this out, and hopefully we'll get some more hunt time in. Well, how about that? Looks like it might be rained out. Never know during monsoon season. It's coming down pretty good. Sprinkling now, but it rained pretty good for a minute there. It is what it is, I guess, folks. It is what it is. I'm going to give it a few minutes here and see if I can go out. Otherwise, I got to bail on out of here for it. Get the washers running. But in the meantime, I get some folks asking me all the time about what I carry in the field with me and why. And I really don't carry that much. I've got a carpenter's bag that I use. It's a Husky bag from Home Depot with a good solid belt. Stays up. And in that bag, of course, I carry my camera. That's why I have to have a bigger bag. Sometimes just one pouch is probably sufficient for a lot of folks. But I like to have room to carry crap. And in that I carry my scoop for target recovery. I prefer a scoop most of the time, especially for small stuff. It's real easy just to scoop up a layer of dirt. We don't have to dig a nice plug or worry about messing up anybody's yard here. It's pretty much desert. We do take the time, however, to fill our holes and to make sure that you're not leaving a mess out here. It sure is a pretty place, and a lot of people just dig holes and leave them, and I kind of frown on that. And I get people that get mad at me for saying that. I mean, there's fools come out here and cut trees and everything else, but hey, that's them. They can do what they want. All right, if they get in a pickle later with the BLM or something, so be it. Not my thing. I leave no trace if I can help it. Okay, let's see what else I got in here. I've got a set of gloves, nice tight fitting mechanics gloves that I use in cooler weather, and when I'm digging deep holes and got to get in there with my hands. You never know what you're going to grab hold of in a hole here. I don't like that, and really don't want to get bit by something. Yeah, it's still raining. And what else is in here? I got a pinpointer. And a lot of guys at Nugget Hunt don't carry pinpointers, and I didn't for a long time. The reason I carry a pinpointer now is because I've whacked a couple really nice nuggets with my pick. And I sure regretted doing that after seeing the ding I put in it, and probably lessened the value some, but I sell most of mine around spot price anyway, unless there's something real special. So, not that big an issue for me. And I got my little nugget jar in here on this side. I carry just a little pill bottle that I can't ever get out. I don't like them to fall out. So, the harder it is to get out, probably the better. Just a little pill bottle. And extra battery pack, depending on what detector I'm using. And if I'm using my GP, I'm carrying a backpack also, because I hook my harness to the backpack, and I use a camel pack with water, half gallon of water in it or so, 2 liters. And it's nice to have the extra water out here in the desert. And I got a trash pouch on this thing, and I carry an extra jar, and my water, and my pick. Okay, it doesn't look like much, it's just a little pick. But there is something special about it. Right on the inside there, There's a super magnet right here. Now you'll see some folks with them on the end of the pick back here, or on the tip. Didn't make sense to me, okay? I mean, it's really cool gimmick for the manufacturers, I suppose, to put it on the other tip. But I don't want to have to be turning my pick around and sticking the end in the dirt looking for the iron target. So I put it on the business end of my pick, my friends. So when I'm scooping dirt out of the hole, anything iron is going to stick to that. Yeah, it saves me a lot of digging and a lot of time. And it's on there pretty good. And depending on the size of the pick, I use a bigger or smaller magnet. I have a long-handled pick I carry when I'm hunting with the GP or the GPZ, simply because I'm digging way deeper holes. And if you're digging big, deep holes with a GPX or a GPZ or with your GP, we're talking pulse induction here. If you're digging those deep holes, it really hurts when you got your hand in the hole and scrape your knuckles because you got a small pick. With a bigger pick, you can dig with your hands out of the hole. We dig holes here pretty good size sometimes for big targets. I mean, you got to get a hole big enough to get your coil in, or you're going to have a heck of a time pinpointing it. And when I do get into the deep holes, that's where the pinpointer comes in again for me. And I like having it for that, for getting down in that deep hole and finding where that target is, so I don't have to chase it around for a whole bunch of extra time. But it looks like I'm going to have to bail out of here. I don't need to be out here in the rain. But I got out and got the stink blown off me, as they say. And I guess I'm going to head back to the ranch. Call it a day. Find something else to do with myself. Go annoy Tammy or something along those lines. So, from another rainy day in the Big AZ, Nugget Shooter out.